This is one of literally the easiest ways to stay present throughout the day. Staying present, like I say, it's one of the biggest spiritual tests that we have to pass in this spiritual journey. Just staying present in the moment is so important, but it can be very difficult. But this way, it's just the easiest, most effortless way. And it's just breathing. It's being with your breath. Staying with your breath. You set the intention to breathe when you need to stay present. I do this in my journal. In mornings I usually set an intention, and an intention that I set a lot is to just stay present through my breath, with the power of my breath. As I'm going through my day, if I notice that somehow I'm not present or if I'm overthinking, I just take a deep breath and come back to the breath, because it's so powerful, it's so grounding. The breath, it's always there. It's in every moment. And so this is why meditation, a lot of meditation styles focus on the breath, and always kind of come back to that centering breath and bring the attention back there, because the breath lives in the present. So when we're overthinking, or we're in fear, or we're more in the ego body than the soul body, the breath is the best thing to come back to a lot of the time. Just setting this intention at the start of your day is so powerful, because then when you realize oh man, I'm really not present right now, or I'm overthinking, just taking that deep breath, it brings your energy back. It really centers your energy back to your soul body, it brings you back out from your ego body and back to your soul body. And just yesterday, I was out for lunch with a friend, and he went to use the washroom, and I noticed that I kind of wasn't really present in that moment. And I was just kind of sitting at the table. We were just waiting for our food, and I noticed that I wasn't really super present, and I could be more, in the moment. So taking that deep breath, it's so grounding and so present, because the breath lives in the present. So when you take that deep breath, you're bringing your energy back to the present moment. Not only are you taking your mind back to something stable and something present, away from overthinking or fear, or not your mind not being in the moment, but you're bringing your energy back, your energy that goes different places through the day. Some energy might be over there from something that happened in the morning. You made breakfast, some of your energy's over there. But when you actually take that deep breath, it allows time for your energy that's spread out through the day and spread out kind of through time and space. It allows time for your own energy to come back and to center back to your being. And this is so powerful too. When you go through the day, some of the energy, some of your own energy, some of your own kind of life force can get kind of muddled up in the day and kind of stuck in some places. So when we take this deep breath, it's pulling our energy, centering our energy back into the present moment with us, back into our being, it's reintegrating those energies and frequencies back into our being. Like when I took that deep breath yesterday in the restaurant, it was so relaxing and refreshing, because my mind settled down and my energy it came back to me. It brought me back to life, sort of. So this is such a simple technique. Just literally taking even one deep breath when you notice that you're not as present as you might want to be. Because being present, it's such a powerful thing, such an important thing in spirituality and just in life in general. Because when you're actually present, you can enjoy way more. When you're not present, when you're in the past or the future, you're living in what I like to call the ego body. The ego body lives in the past and the future. You've got anxiety and worry, or trauma from the past, anxiety from about the future. So that's where the ego body lives. And the soul body, it lives in the present moment. It lives in love, which is in the present moment. So when we take this deep breath, we're realigning with the soul body, which is living in the present moment. We're realigning with that settled, calm, loving energy when we take this deep breath. When we just set the intention to stay present with your breath. This is what I write in my journal. I write, my intention for today is to stay present through my breath. Because it's always there with you, no matter where you are. If you're at a restaurant, or you're at home, or you're out driving, wherever you are, if you're at work, it's always there. It's always a grounding tool and a centering tool available to you to help you come back to the present and bring your consciousness back, bring your energy back as well. The breath is such a grounding, powerful tool. This intention and just this exercise alone, it's helped me immensely. When I notice that I'm not as present as I'd like to be, or kind of jumbled up from the day, or something just happened, just because I set the intention, I actually remember to do it. Sometimes if I forget to set the intention, or I set a different intention for the day, it's kind of harder to remember to take this deep breath, or to be intentional about staying present through the breath. But when I do set it, it's very powerful. Just taking a big singular breath. It really helps just stay present and stay in the moment, which is just really what we need in this life and on this spiritual journey, is presence.